session 3 rounds of Omkaras.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सुप्रभातम। Can we chant once again? Along with me, lead follow. Okay. Arjuna Uvacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktas-tvam paryupasate Ye chapyaksharam-avyaktam Teksham ke yoga vittamaha. So this is the first shloka of the 12th chapter. So let's go back and come so that the link is there. Before this chapter, Krishna Bhagavan was showing the Vishwarupa Ishvara, world in the form of Ishvara. And Arjuna asked the question, how am I supposed to see this always? There are people who see this, how am I supposed to see? For which Lord Krishna talks about the sadhana of bhakti. All other sadhana are equally important as it was told at that time. But bhakti is now highlighted. So that is why we come to Bhakti Yoga. So to understand what is Bhakti Yoga, we will do a little bit of background understanding, you will see, and then we will go ahead. So, our understanding is, I am limited to this body-mind-sense complex. I am the doer, I am the experiencer, I am the knower. So, you have this notion, all of us have this notion, we carry this notion forward. But, the Vedas say, in real, you are pure consciousness. You are neither the doer, nor the experiencer, nor the knower. Now, what you see and what everybody makes you feel, because when they say you have done this, you have done that, so that keeps on emphasizing. But what Vedas say seem to be contradicting. Therefore, we have a set of disciplines to come to the stage where you understand the real me is akarta, abhokta, ajnata. That means I am not a knower also. Now for this understanding, we have to go through a series of disciplines called sadhana. And all these sadhanas, Krishna Paramatma is going to enumerate in this particular chapter. This chapter is only 20 verses, but a very, very important chapter. So, he goes sequentially to explain what the sadhana is. First sadhana is, you have to reduce the kartrutvam and the bhoktrutvam. I am the doer, I am the experiencer. For that, Krishna Paramatma had already talked in chapter 3 and chapter 2 he had briefed about karma yoga, Ishvara pranidhana. So, whatever action I do, I offer it to Lord and I receive whatever result I get out of the action as a prasada of Bhagavan. This is the first level of your sadhana. This reduces your raga dvesha and kartrutva and bhoktrutva. Once this is done, then the second level sadhana comes. But for the first level sadhana also, bhakti is important. When you say bhakti, means reverential love. You love God, which is a higher principle. You have to relate to God. Relate to God as what? The person who is in charge of regulating your karma phala. You do some action, you receive a result. And that regulation is there. So you have to relate to God here. The second stage of your discipline, which is called Upasana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga, where you meditate or dwell upon Lord who is either in one particular form, which is called Ishta Devata. When you close your eyes, whichever God comes in front of you, Ishta Devata. Or your understanding increases and you meditate upon God or this world, which is nothing but God itself, God Himself. Okay, and there are various, Purusha Suttam is there, which talks about this, Vishwarupa Ishvara. So, Upasana. Even when you are doing Upasana or Dhyana, you meditate upon Ishvara with attributes. Even when you say Vishwarupa Ishvara, you have attributes. So many colors are there, so many shapes are there, so many sizes are there, etc. But ultimately the understanding of Ishvara is, he is Nirguna, does not have any attributes. And that Nirguna is pure consciousness. That is called Paraprakriti. Right? So, Krishna Paramatma says, you do Upasana, Upasana gives you focus and concentration. Ekarupa Upasana, then Vishwarupa Upasana will expand your mind. You will become a contributor rather than being just a consumer. And then finally comes Jnana Yoga. By the time you reach a stage where you understand what is pure consciousness, your mind would get ready to take that emotionally and intellectually. Otherwise, it will be a state of shock. Everybody thinks, I am small, I am not good, etc. But Vedas say, you are everything. Everything is dependent on you. To understand this, you have to go through these stages of discipline. And these stages of discipline together is named as Bhakti Yoga. Because in every stage, even in knowledge, you are supposed to relate, you are relating to God. You are trying to understand the highest nature of God, which is also your highest nature. So, you always relate to God. Devotion is there. Atmosphere of devotion is there. Therefore, the series of these disciplines are called as Bhakti Yoga. With this, let's go to the shloka now. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaha ye bhaktaha tvam paryupasate ye cha api aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. So here Arjuna is asking evam. So Arjuna was told by Lord Krishna in chapter 11 that people who are devoted to me, who are Vishwarupa Bhakta, in that manner people who are devoted, who worship me, that was what Krishna was talking about in chapter 11. So that is evam satata yuktaha, meditate upon me as Vishwarupa Ishvara. And always, it's not like suddenly a lecture is there and then we meditate, Vishwarupa Ishvara is there. Satata yuktaha, continuously, every time, every moment. Satata yuktaha, ye bhaktaha, those who are devoted to me in this manner. Paryupasate, who meditate upon me, dwell upon me. And cha, ye api aksharam avyaktam. Aksharam means imperishable. Avyaktam means that which cannot be objectified. That is the subject. Pure consciousness. So he is now comparing two sets of people. People who do not have the knowledge still of the pure consciousness and dwell upon Ishvara and Vishwarupa or Ekarupa, and people who have the knowledge and they do meditation on oneself as pure consciousness. So these two people are compared. Amongst them, Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha, who is the best yogi among them? And this question is asked, for which Krishna Bhagavan will start elaborating what are the sequence of disciplines one has to go through to reach a stage where one can meditate upon that subject you, which is pure consciousness, which is also the highest nature of Bhagavan. Thank you.
In that, our third year BMS student, Mr. Sachin Masan, presented poster presentation on the topic Understanding of Information, and he got Best Presentation Award in that ceremony. And I also request our principal, Mount Vaidya sir and Guruji to please give a bit of praise.
Namaste. One more announcement from the Division of Yoga Spirituality. We hope you remember the Samskrita Utsava that we celebrated at the end of August 31, which was Samskrita Dinam. So as a follow-up to that Samskrita celebration, it's not a one-day activity. Samskrita is the, as Acharya Ramchandra Bhattji would say, is the mother of all our mother tongues. So, and for Ayurveda, Yoga and all other disciplines of Indian knowledge system, Samskrita is the basis. So hence, to strengthen the knowledge of Samskrita, to introduce Sanskritam in a very interactive, engaging manner, a methodology has been evolved by Samskrita Bharati organizations. For 40 years they have been implemented and very successfully millions of people have been trained all over the globe. So in that methodology, of 10 days, 2 hours per day, that is 20 hours, in 20 hours intensive program of Samskrita Sambhashanam Shibiram is being organized at Yesvyasa University. Volunteers from Samskrita Bharati will be coming. So from October 13th to 22nd for 10 days, evening 5:30 to 7:30, 2 hours each day. Don't think that 2 hours is a long period. You have to just enter the class and then you will forget time. By the time they say Dhanyavadaha, the class would have been over in just such an engaging, interactive manner. There will be songs, games, conversations. So in such an engaging way the class will be conducted. So after this announcement, during the course of the day, the Google form and the poster of this program will be shared with you. You can register in the Google form, or if you have any further doubts, you can contact Maheshwari ji, faculty in the Yoga Spirituality Division. So she will give you more details if you have any doubts about that. So, and basically it is it's a compulsory program for MSc, BSc students of IPT, basically in the first year, but for all of us. It is open. Whoever interested, teachers, faculty, students, staff, anyone who is interested can stay back and participate in this program. But prior registration is mandatory so that we know the number of participants and arrange the classes appropriately. So, Swagatam, Sarvesham Swagatam, Samskrita Sambhashana Varge, October 13.
Good morning. Today we have esteemed guest with us, Sri Dr. Mohan Rao ji. Presently, he is the Chief Medical Advisor, Tata Company. He is the former Executive Director of MEJ Medical College, and also he was former President of Cardiology Society of Karnataka. He has 83-year-old, and he again proved that age is just a number. Welcome, sir. And we have one more faculty, Sri Raghavendra. He is going to join our Yesvyasa family from today as a web designer the role. He is going to fulfill all our demands of website and other things. So I request Mohan Rao sir to hoist the flag after the chanting.
Shanti Mantra. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
वंदे
मातरम।